I thought I was alone, but I was wrong. The hospital never truly sleeps at night. Somewhere in its dark corners, whispers of the forgotten stir, shadows linger, and even empty rooms seem to watch. That night, I learned the truth. What you don't see can still see you. Welcome to Mr. Nighttora, a place where every story holds a secret and every sound carries fear. Here, I bring you true and terrifying tales, unexplained events, and dark stories from around the world. If you love horror, suspense, and the unknown, subscribe now because the next story might stay with you forever. This is not just a story. This actually happened. Every night shift, every shadow, every empty corridor, everything here remembers. My name is Sarah. I was a young night nurse back in the late 1990s, fresh out of training. I had taken the night shift in a rural hospital because, like most hospitals, they were always short-staffed. The pediatric wing wasn't much to look at. Chipped green paint, flickering fluorescence, heavy shadows in every corner. At first, everything seemed normal. Monitors hummed faintly, vents creaked, antiseptic hung in the quiet corridors. But then, a reflection. A cabinet door swung open, and I saw a child, just for a second, standing in the mirror behind me, eyes locked on mine. I turned quickly. The room was empty. Fatigue, I told myself. Night shifts play tricks on the mind. But the sightings didn't stop. Reflections multiplied. Elevator panels, IV stands, even patient room windows. Always out of the corner of my eye, always silent, always watching. Then the other phenomena began. The rocking chair in the pediatric ward moved on its own. Faint laughter echoed from powered-off monitors, playful at first, then twisted. A patient's vitals spiked erratically, whispering, "The quiet boy is here." Staff ignored my reports. Hallucinations, they said. But every shadow, every reflection whispered its plea. One night, walking towards the isolation rooms, the air grew colder. Steps echoed unnaturally. Faded tiles seemed alive. The walls bore faint handprints, long forgotten. In the farthest isolation room, the rocking chair creaked, monitors flickered, and in the cracked window reflection, the child stepped closer, not towards me, but in reflection. My legs betrayed me. I wanted to run, but I couldn't. Days became nights, nights became weeks. Mirrors distorted movements I wasn't making. Whispers echoed from nowhere. Shadows seemed to multiply. Then came the blackout. Lights out, monitors flatlined, my pulse raced. In the farthest room, the reflection stepped out just enough to show desperation. I whispered instinctively, "Good night." The chair stopped, laughter faded, shadows receded, and the boy's reflection mouthed one word, "Thank you." I was alone, forever changed. Exiting the pediatric wing, the PA system flickered. A mechanical voice came through. Code blue, room 4, Dr. A. Mortis, stat. Mark, the seasoned charge nurse, had walked these corridors for decades. He had seen emergencies, losses, and night shifts that break even the strongest resolve. To him, oddities were just fatigue playing tricks on the new staff. James, the new aide, was hyper-vigilant, easily startled, carrying quiet anxiety from a sheltered upbringing. Together, they formed an uneasy duo. That night, the hospital's secrets began to reveal themselves. It was 3 a.m., corridors silent, empty, and then, code blue, room 407, Dr. A. Mortis, stat. Mark scoffed. System glitch, not fairy tales. But James froze, staring at the faint light under the door crack. They approached cautiously. The hallway seemed longer than it should be. Lights flickered. The air smelled of antiseptic and dust. Shh. Inside the room, nothing. The alarm persisted. Rocking chair creaked. Temperature dropped. Frost formed. Monitors powered on, then flatlined. "He's here." Mark's skepticism faltered. James saw a shadowy figure, bag over its head, standing at the bed's end. Room 407 had been sealed during renovations. Decades earlier, it housed the quiet boy. He died in isolation during a storm, unnoticed. Shh. The PA, monitors, alarms, all became conduits for something beyond comprehension. Crash carts rolled down corridors. No one touched them. Shh. PA pages looped. Dr. A. Mortis, 407 stat. Rocking chair swayed slowly. It's him, the quiet boy. Mark's rational explanations shattered. A bag-headed figure emerged from the reflection. Shadows twisted, mimicking panic and fear. James repeated the whispered ritual. Good night. The room stilled. Monitors went dark. Reflections remained. Mark, James, and the boy, silent, bound to the past. As dawn approached, echoes faded, but the hospital was not done. Down the ER corridor, Dr. Chen prepared for another shift. Shh. A flatlined patient, a whisper, a warning from the dead. The night's lessons were far from over. The hospital never truly sleeps. Not the pediatric ward, not room 407, and certainly not the ER trauma bays. Bay 3 had been too quiet. That's when Dr. Chen realized the hospital's memory isn't limited to reflections or empty rooms. Sometimes it speaks. Dr. Chen had been pulling night shifts for months. Fatigue weighed her down like a lead blanket. A John Doe was wheeled in, unconscious and critical. EEG flatlined. Then the body jerked upright, eyes locked onto hers. Your sister, fire in the hollow, tomorrow night, run. Then collapsed again. Reality seemed to fracture. The ER stretched into eternity. Lights flickered, shadows reached, monitors beeped mechanically. Every second felt like hours. Sheets stirred, though no one touched them. Equipment lights blinked in impossible sequences. Temperature dropped, frost formed. The patient wasn't alone. Something unseen, tethered to the hospital's memory, guided her. Every monitor beep, every shadow whispered, pay attention or lose everything. As dawn approached, Dr. Chen checked the patient again. The body sat upright, pupils fixed. Whisper, repeated, your sister, fire in the hollow, tomorrow night, run. The ER felt like a space between life and death, between reality and prophecy. She was alone, tasked with preventing a tragedy only she could foresee. By morning, the prophecy came true. Her sister's house had tragically burned. The hospital wasn't just haunted, it was aware. Shadows, whispers, alarms, all connected. Pediatric ward, room 407, Bay 3, all part of the same dark story. The hospital never sleeps. It watches, it remembers. The quiet boy, room 407, Bay 3, all pieces of a puzzle, stitched together by shadows, neglect, and time. If you ever walk these halls at night, remember, some warnings are real, some whispers are true, and some places should never be entered alone. What would you do in their shoes? Would you listen or ignore it like everyone else? Because the hospital's memory never forgets, and if you ignore it, it may come for you next. If you've ever experienced something truly terrifying, share it with us in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to Mr. Nighttora, because fear doesn't end when the story does, and every chilling moment lies ahead, waiting for you.